On today, everybody. Today we are here with another photography journey update. Today I'm going to be talking about your first paid shoot. Um, First off, Merry Christmas to everybody watching this. I hope y'all had a fantastic holiday. I know I did. I got my new Canon. I'm going to show y'all this. This is pretty freaking cool. All right, guys. So this is my new Canon camera. I even got a little light thing with it. It's pretty freaking tough. Yeah, this shit is bright, bro. But it is a fantastic camera. I could not be happier. I got like 5 or 6 cameras now, so I have quite a bit to shoot with. I'm really happy about that Canon. That is probably one of the best gifts I've ever gotten in my life. Great camera. People hate on it a little bit, but I like it. I think it is a very enjoyable camera. I've had to shoot with them before for yearbook. But in today's video, we are talking about your first paid shoot. So you may be asking, how do you even get a paid shoot? Well, let me tell you. So to start off, obviously get into photography, shoot with your own shit. If you have a yearbook class at your high school, take that. That is a great way to get into it, and it's just a fantastic way to get into photography. Now, some schools do have restrictions on what you can send out or if you can send out photos at all. Personally, I don't follow that. That's just my thing. Like I have an adapter that I take the SD card, plug it up to my phone, and put it in a big Google Drive folder, and then I send it out to the athletes, or if they have a group chat, I send it to a specific person that's in that group chat, and they put it in the group chat. But you gotta get your name out there first. That's the number one way to be able to get money from this shit. Then after a while, I'd say like 4 or 5 months, you can start asking. It's a great thing to do, especially around times where there's dances or stuff like that. Another thing, fun fact: if you have a digital camera, bring it everywhere with you. Bring it to parties. That gets your name out too. By the way, just saying, not saying no from personal experience. Anyways, but yeah, bring that with you everywhere. Um, it's a great way to get your name out there. So then when like homecoming comes around or prom, people will ask you to take pictures for them, and you can get paid for it. I made $100 on homecoming off of like 2 or 3 shoots, but you don't want to charge too high. If you're like a up and coming photographer, charge like 20, 25. I think that's a reasonable price. That might sound low to some people, but it's the way to dip your feet in. Then that way, whenever next time comes around, or if you get an upgraded camera like what I have now, you can charge like $50. But if you're just getting into it, do not charge anywhere above 30. That will sink your fucking ship, and that will fuck you over. I very much recommend charging what I just said, because that is the key to success. You can do a couple shoots on homecoming, a couple shoots on prom, and make hella bread off of it. That's the method. I'm telling y'all, bro. It's not patched. I promise you. Also, my hair's fucking cooked. I just got out the shower. I swear, every time I try recording one of these videos, my hair's always fucking chopped. But yeah, so that is a great way to dip your toes into paid shoots. So just keep that in mind. Like, you gotta promote your shit. You gotta be at a lot of events. That was my thing. I've been at a lot of events. Almost, I think, every single home football game besides one. I've been at every home basketball game. The very first 2 home wrestling meets, I was there. Like, you gotta be there. Now, I mean, you could also do like volleyball and shit. Personally, I don't know how this is gonna come off. I'm not a big fan of watching volleyball, just because it's not a sport that like I personally enjoy watching. I like watching basketball, football, wrestling. Like, those are some of my favorite sports to watch when it comes to high school, college, professional, like all that shit. So, but I do recommend, like I said, go to as many events as you possibly can. I talked to this photographer who played basketball for a school kind of near St. Louis. He was pretty good going to college, but he had moved down here for the time being until he goes to college, and just got into photography. And his advice to me was post at least once a week, and that's something I'm always doing. Like, you always got to promote your shit. So, like, for example, with the Central, or I just said the fucking school's name. I think I said it in the last video, but it's all right. But in the Central basketball tournament I was talking about in the last video, I'm going every day. It starts the 26th through the 31st, so that's 5 days. And I'm going every day, taking pictures, taking videos, because I'm telling you, that is the method. Get as much content as you can. Now, make sure it's quality content, but get a lot of content and constantly be posting, because in this day and age of social media, you got to be able to put out the product and be able to do it in a timely manner and get a lot of it out on top of that. A lot of people on TikTok or YouTube post multiple times a day. Now, if you're in the photography, you can post once a week or multiple times a week. I try to go for multiple times a week. There was a period where I was doing every day, but that's because I have so many pictures to post. Because you'll go to the event and you'll take like 1,000, 2,000 pictures, and like you have a lot of good quality stuff. And I don't know. It's a very fun thing to get into. If you like photography, please get into it. It's an expensive hobby if you're looking for a good camera, but like this camera right here, like $700. I mean, great camera. Even if you go with some like a little bit cheaper, like this Nikon, it's like 500. Still a great camera. Another thing, you can also work on your aesthetic for what you want to do. Like, for example, you can do like a older looking video, like a camcorder. Like, for example, I have a camcorder over here. Hold on. So right here, we got a Sony Handycam. Another great camera. Love this camera. I have my digital camera. I have another one back there. I don't really use that one, but I like the quality of it. It's very interesting. Here, I'll show you all of it. This is another great camera. Like, it really depends on what you want to shoot. This is good for nature and scenery, or even like, let's say I go to shoot a fucking basketball game. This would be good to take videos with. I love this camera. I got it for like $20. I forget. I think I got it from a thrift store because I like to go thrifting and stuff. And I found it. Also, another thing, if you're on a tight budget, thrift stores are the way to go. Because I'm telling you, well, I've already had this Nikon, and I think this was one of the first things I bought with my first paycheck. But like, these are all, like, besides the Nikon and Canon, these were fairly cheap cameras. Now, the camcorder is probably better for taking videos, in my personal opinion. You can take pictures with it. It just depends on what you want to do, like what you're trying to, what your style is, because every photographer has a different style. Like, that's just common sense. But it's a fun field to get into. Now, personally, I'm not bringing any of these cameras to a fucking party. If I'm bringing a camera, I'm bringing it fucking digital. But that's also another way to get your name out there. You can talk to random ass people, and then like they'll be like, "Oh, can you take our picture?" Because you know the digital camera is pretty cool. I mean, it's something cool to whip out at parties. It's a unique thing. But I don't know. Photography is a very cool field to get into, but it's very oversaturated. There's a lot of people in it, so you have to find ways to make your shit different. And I think I succeeded at that in a way, especially with my video style. Like, I dropped my socials in the last video. I'll drop them again at the end of this one. But it's a very oversaturated field. But you gotta, like, mark your territory, stand your ground, and kind of figure out what you're going for with it. So I think those are great ways to do that. I don't know if I have much more to say. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. I know I did. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I'll definitely, like I said, these are daily uploads, so I'm going to continue with this. I don't know what tomorrow's topic's going to be. It'll probably be how to shoot more events or how to get your name out there more, which I kind of already talked about in this video, but we'll elaborate some more in tomorrow's video. But anyways, guys, peace.